Good morning, everyone. My name is Adil Akhtar. I'm the founder and a board member of Hedge and Sachs. I'm extremely overwhelmed to be a part of MoRE 2.0. My topic of discussion today is going to be about investing in crisis. But before I do so, I would like to take a minute to introduce a little about my company, that is Hedge and Sachs. We are an asset management firm that was introduced in the year 2021 with a clear vision of making investments in real estate simpler for our clients across the globe. We have our branches in Dubai, Mumbai, and even in London now, but we are majorly based out of Luxembourg. We are four friends who started this company with lots of love and respect for each other. Now, I have Abhishek Jha. He's the company's Chief Administration Officer. If you can please raise your hand, Abhishek, and show a pretty face to everyone. And there is Rachit Pant. He's the CEO of Hedge and Sachs. He's going to be amongst the panelists today. There is one more person who is very important, I would say the most significant one. His name is Shivansh Rachit. He is the founder of the company and also our very first customer. So my founder was ideally the first customer of mine. I'll tell you the story behind it. So Shivansh Rachit has always been my friend, but moreover a client also. I remember in the year 2020 when COVID had taken over the world, I had proposed Shivansh to buy an investment in Dubai, but he was a little reluctant about investing during the crisis because of the obvious reasons. S&P 500, Dow Jones were down, tech stocks were not doing pretty well, were hanging anything in between 22 to 66%. At that point of time, Shivansh did tell me that, you know what, I am not going to invest during COVID. I literally had to brainstorm to persuade him to invest during that time. But I really did that by making him an offer that he just couldn't refuse at that point of time. So what's your name? Hi, Subhash. Where are you from? India, Bangalore. Fantastic. Just want to understand, if your friend, did you make any sort of an investment during COVID? I mean, any real estate investment in your back home? No. Did anyone here make any sort of an investment? Fantastic. What's your name, ma'am? Rebecca, I love your hairstyle, by the way.
Thank you. I bought land. I thought it's a good time to buy land.
You bought a land?
Yeah.
Where exactly? Where are you from?
In Switzerland.
Switzerland?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Who convinced you to buy land? You yourself or some friend of yours?
No one.
You bought it by yourself?
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic. That was your entire decision.
Yeah.
You also raise your hand. What's your name, sir? Jayan Sonawne. You're from Maharashtra, it seems like.
Yes, I live in Dubai, but I'm from India, Nashik.
India, Nashik. Fantastic.
Yeah. So I did an investment a couple of years back in Pune in real estate.
Did you by any chance do it during the pandemic time?
Yes, second wave, yeah.
Fantastic. And what made you to invest at that point of time? I'm sure a lot of people at that point of time would have told you not to go ahead with any sort of an investment, either in financial sector or in real estate, right?
Yeah, the major reason during that time, I mean, it was an advantage for everyone because the prices had got down. And we knew, right, the pandemic is going to get over. It's not like everlasting. And when we are above it, so prices are definitely going to go up. So it's in the favor of investor.
Mr. Sonawne did mention that he invested during pandemic because the property prices had completely gone down. Okay, so that is what had happened even here in Dubai. We had a lot of distressed deals. And that is what I pitched Shivansh, the founder of the company. Yes, you did raise your hand.
Yep, there you go. We also bought one investment property, but it was in the U.S.
I'm sorry, what's your name, sir?
Stephen T. Keys.
Okay. That's in Caribbean by any chance, if I'm not mistaken?
Say that again.
Is that in Caribbean by any chance?
Oh, no, no, no.
I'm really sorry then.
No, Chicago.
Chicago,
I'm from
fantastic.
Chicago, yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was one of those trying times where you didn't know if you were, how the renter was going to be at the time. And it was a tough decision for us to make.
Certainly. So, as Mr. Sunamne and others here who have invested during the pandemic, they did mention that the property prices had gone down, which is why they did make an investment. That is what I did with my partner, Shivansh. At that point of time, I did tell him that there are a lot of distressed deals. A property that earlier costed around 550,000 dirham was costing at that point of time only 400,000 dirham. And I did tell him that he doesn't even have to pay 400,000 entirely. What he has to only pay to me is 37,000 dirham only and nothing else. And that 37,000 dirham also he can get back after a few years. So the property is absolutely gonna be for free. This doesn't make any sense, and Shivansh at that point of time was also ready to hit me, but since I was very good friend of his, he did not. But he did believe in me. He believed in my expertise that I carry in real estate and finance both. Now, guys, tell me one thing. If anybody tells you that you can actually buy a property for absolutely free, everyone would buy it, right? I understand it is very difficult to digest that, how can anyone give a property for free? Absolutely. It is not indeed free, but I'm going to illustrate on the board by the help of my partner Abhishek Jha. If we can please have a big round of applause for him to come on the stage and he can put the numbers on the board. So right now what I'm gonna make all of you understand is, how did I convince Shivansh Rachit, my friend, my partner, the founder of the company, to buy an investment from me? Wherein what I did simply is I added a financial instrument to his real estate investment, and that is where the magic happened. And with that one product, so our first client was Shivansh Rachit. Right after that, we started with our firm. So right after that, we started with our firm, that's Hedge and Sachs. And we have been able to help thousands of such clients who have been looking to buy property, with such investment plans. So can we take the board a little forward? Can you write anything, and let's see if the audience are able to see it. So guys, he has mentioned studio on the board. Are you able to see it by any chance? Is it yes? Perfect, thank you. Okay, so I pitched him a property that's worth at, before COVID, and at this point of time, the same property that was bought by Shivansh at 400,000 dirham is now for a price of 600,000 also. That is the capital appreciation, that has been added to the properties here in Dubai. Indeed, that was a distressed deal, but UAE government, they have done an amazing job by introducing the residency visa. Owing to which a lot of investors from across the globe. So, what we know about Dubai is that Dubai is open to all the customers across the globe. People from different parts of the world, they do come here. Like Mr. Sunamne is here, he's from India, and he has made his investment here in Dubai. I am myself from India. I think, hi. What's your name, sir? Sorry? Akshay, fantastic. You seem to be Indian too? Lovely. So a lot of Indian and other country people have invested here in Dubai because there are some amazing benefits. No tax. Any property that you buy here, you do not have to pay any tax. you get the residency visa, you get the world-class infrastructure. That is what, that is what Dubai is up to. Now, the property that was bought at a price of 400,000 at that point of time, here, if you have to buy a property, there are two ways. Either you pay the entire cash to the developer and get the ownership on your name, or what you can do is you can just pay 20% as the down payment to the developer, and the remainder amount can actually be taken, by the mortgage. Does everyone know this here in Dubai? There is a bank mortgage that you get for your property. So when I take 20% of 400,000 is nothing but 80,000 dirham, right? Yes, sir? So 20% of 400,000 is gonna be 80,000 dirham. So this becomes the down payment here. Can anyone help me with the calculation, because there is gonna be a little, calculation. Sir, are you free by any chance? I mean, can you please open your calculator and help me? Yeah, Akshay, right? Lovely. Akshay, you'll have to help me with the calculations here. Perfect. So the 20% of the property cost, that's 400,000, is 80,000 dirham. That, what I did is, I took a personal loan on Shivan's name. So I did not ask him, as I promised him, the only amount that I'm going to ask him to pay, for this property is gonna be 35 to 40,000 dirham and nothing else. So this amount was taken from the bank as a personal loan. Can anyone tell me or raise their hands if they know the answer? If you take a personal loan, what's the maximum tenurity that you get behind the personal loan, and what's the average interest? Can anyone raise their hands, please, if they know the answer? Yes, Akshay, right? Yes, sir. Absolutely right. By any chance, are you also into real estate or into mortgages? Fantastic, fantastic. So if you take a personal loan here in Dubai, what happens is the maximum tenurity that you can get in personal loan is for 4 years, and the interest rate varies from profile to profile, but I would take, an average interest rate that has been quoted by Mr. Akshay, that is 4.5%. So do we have an EMI calculator? You're from mortgage, I'm sure you would have the EMI calculator too, right? Fantastic, if you can. So guys, now when we start calculating the EMIs, what we are gonna do is, we are absolutely gonna make this property for free, and that is what we tell our customers to invest by adding the financial instrument, and that is when you use the investment plan to the most in your favor, and that is what I'm gonna do here on the board, and that would actually look like a magic. So Abhishek is here. Abhishek, if you can calculate on the EMI calculator, what would be the EMI for the personal loan, that is 80,000 dirham, and the tenurity is 4 years. Yes, you have got anything to say, sir? Yes, sir, tell me. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so the EMI for 80,000 dirham personal loan for 4 years is 1878, okay? The amount is 1,878 dirham. Now, we have cleared the personal loan here, but there is a remainder amount, right? Hi, ma'am. Can you tell me what's the balance amount here after I've paid 80,000 dirham? You, ma'am. Yes, hi.
Yeah.
What's your name, ma'am?
Arisha.
Arisha.
Yeah.
Fantastic. My sister's name is Arisha too.
Wow, I've never come across another Arisha. That's
Where are you from?
I'm from Bombay.
Bombay, fantastic. Even I'm from Mumbai. Which part?
Andheri, Lokhandwala.
Andheri. Lovely.
Yeah.
Ma'am, a very basic question.
Yeah.
400,000 was the property's cost. 80,000 dirham is paid already through the personal loan. Can you tell me what's the balance amount that I'm still supposed to pay to the developer?
3,20,000.
320,000. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, just one thing I missed. What is the rate of interest that you have taken
For the home loan or personal loan?
for the personal loan?
For the personal loan, ma'am, at that point of time during COVID, my friend, because he has, a good profile, he got it at 4.5. Yeah.
Okay, for 4 years, right?
So he took for 6%, but he had got it for 4.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So we are considering today's interest rate, even for a good profile. So the remainder balance here is 320,000 dirham that is yet supposed to be paid to the developer. What did we do at that point of time is we took a home loan, right? We took a home loan, and the beauty of this land is that whenever you go for any sort of a loan, especially home loan here in Dubai, the interest is very low. The interest is so low that at times you're able to compensate it by the rentals that you earn from your property, right? Now, what happened is this 320,000 dirham was taken as a mortgage from the bank, and the tenuity there was counted as 25 years, and the interest. Can anyone tell me here what's the interest behind the home loan here in Dubai? Any idea? Anyone like to add any point here? The interest rate here in Dubai for the home loan? Okay, I'll help myself. That's maximum for even a good profile would not go more than 5%. Would not go more than 5%. So at that point of time, Shivansh was able to get it for 4%, but I would still consider here for 5%. So if we consider the 5% as the interest rate on the amount 320,000 that we have taken as a mortgage from the bank, the EMI is gonna be 1870 dirham. Okay. So at this point of time, Shivansh hasn't paid even a single penny, but he has got EMI liabilities. The first EMI here is of the personal loan, that is for 4 years, 1878 dirham. Then the EMI of the home loan, that is 1870 dirham. Now when we add both the amounts, that sums to, if you can please, Abhishek. $3,748 dirham was the amount that Shivansh at that point of time was supposed to pay every month. Every month. But you know what? I did not let him pay even a single penny. Yes, sir. For 25 years. Yes. Okay. Now, if anyone has a doubt, what they can do is they can let me know right after I've completed my presentation, because we are working on the calculation right now. I want everybody to understand this model. So the total amount that Shivansh at that point of time was supposed to pay is 3748. Now, what did I do is, we know this pretty well that in Dubai, majority of the people invest for the ROI. When we compare it with other countries, the ROI that any person, any investor that can get is absolutely incomparable. And that is what happened even during COVID. I'm not considering 7% or 8% that easily one can make here in Dubai, but I'm only considering 5% ROI that every investor was still able to make during the COVID. I considered 5% ROI, and at that point of time, Shivansh for his studio was able to get 5% ROI on his property. So when I count 5% of 400,000, it's 20,000 dirham annually. If we see monthly, then that amount is gonna be precisely 1,666 dirham. That is what the rental yield was. even during COVID. At this point of time, the ROI has already increased even for Shivan's studio, but I'm gonna consider this amount as the income from the property. Now, 24. Yeah. Now, as I told you at the start that I had to get a financial instrument added to the real estate property. How did I bring this essence? I asked Shivansh to invest. What's the amount, Abhishek? So, the amount that I asked Shivansh to invest with me was anything around 47,000 dirham. The precise figure here is 46,050 dirham. I asked Shivansh to only remove this amount from his pocket. He neither paid this EMI. He only gave me this amount to further invest elsewhere. I further invested this amount in the financial instrument that I have fully control on. So for Shivansh, he has been a finance guy, very learned personality. He himself knew that this can be done, but he was a little hesitant. I carry an experience of 10 years in finance and even in real estate. I've got plenty of experience. What did I do is, I then invested this amount in commodities, currencies. I further invested in the other line of financial instruments where we can get maximum returns to compensate the EMI. So what happened is, I was able to take out every month from this amount on a financial platform. If you can please write down the number. So now, what we are going to do is, we had two liabilities. One was 1870, that was personal loan EMI. Another was 1878. So the total liability that Shivansh at that point of time had was 3748. And now talking about the incomings as in the profit, he had a rental from his property that was 1,666 dirham. And the returns that we were able to take out from the financial instrument was 1870. So if you would see here, we were able to take out 3,536 dirham from the property and even from the financial instrument, the money that we had invested in. At this point of time, the only balance that he had to pay was 212 dirham. What I did is, I asked him not to pay that amount. I would take care of this amount for 4 years, because it's very obvious that since I sold him a property, I was supposed to get a commission, so I had to compensate somewhere, since he is a very good friend of mine. Now, but guys, we have to realize, only the home loan was for 25 years. The personal loan was for only 4 years. So personal loan has to get over in just a year, I suppose. So what is going to happen after 4 years is what we are going to illustrate on the board now. So after 4 years, Shivansh is only going to be liable to pay the mortgage EMI, that is the home loan EMI. By then, his personal loan is going to get over. So the only EMI that he has to pay is 1870 dirham, and he is going to have a steady income from his property and even from the financial instrument that we have invested in. So the amount is going to be, if you can please write on the board. So 2,536 is the amount that Abhishek has just mentioned, that is gonna be his incoming. Everybody understands here the ROI, right? what I'm going to do is I'm just going to calculate the ROI, annual return divided by the total investment multiplied by 100. So if we do that, Abhishek, if you can, I'm so sorry if I'm bothering you so much, even you have got a lot to talk during your panel, but yeah. What we'll do is, the monthly income that Shivansh has is 2536 dirham. 2536 into 12 divided by the only investment that was done by Shivansh at that point of time was not this amount, because he did not pay even a single penny. He only paid 46,750 dirham. That was the only amount that was paid by him. Into 100, so the ROI, you won't believe, some of the people would throw me out from the stage, but it is 66% ROI. I can show you the details, how we did it, but this is how Hedge and Sachs, took a birth, and this is how we have become an asset management firm in just a few years' time. Because we have absolute control on the financial instruments that we invest in. We give the expert advice in real estate. We talk about numbers. We talk about extreme numbers, how you can actually, use, or I would rather say take the full advantage of financial instruments. So, once it was mentioned by Mr. Warren Buffett also in the year around to 2020 itself, that whenever you invest in real estate, it is very much mandatory to invest further even in financial instrument, because that is how you play with numbers. So this was the greatest ROI of that time, I suppose. This was an idea. You talk about majority of the startups. What they do is they understand a pain in a marketplace and they bring out a solution. So the pain here across the globe, what I suppose is that real estate is very expensive. And our company, and as far as my understanding is concerned, we are the only company doing this. We want to make real estate affordable for our investors. And that is what we do. And guys, this is it. Thank you so much. I would request if there is any question, they can please raise their hands and they can ask me right now. Yeah, thank you so much. A big round of applause for Abhishek Jha. Yeah. Yes, sir.
You are assuming very high returns on the financial instrument. Both the cases, the distressed will be it's not been like a systemic kind of the investment on. I mean, you need to wait for the opportunities. But if you take the high risk and high reward as a strategy, it works, but not as a continuing investment strategy where you can make in all your investment 65% ROI to the investors.
I'm sorry, could you please tell me your name all over again?
Subhash.
Subhash, fantastic. Subhash, that's a lovely question. So what you mentioned is, this model works usually in the time of distressed deals. And the kind of financial returns that I was supposed to yield, that was only because there was a lot of movements in the financial market. Understand? Certainly the point is taken. But understand one thing. Even if you buy any property through me, it doesn't have to be in distressed. That is absolutely fine. Even if you buy a property that's worth $1 million, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to ask you to invest only 400,000 or 300,000 max with me. And what I'm going to do is, I am going to make that property a recession proof, because what's happening is, you are only paying the financial money here to me. And what I'm doing is, I'm compensating that amount to your EMIs. So at the end, you're not paying even a single EMI. After 4 years, if you would see, you have already paid the EMI to the bank. And if you have taken your home loan for 5 years, after 5 years of time, you have also completed the EMIs of the bank, even for the home loan. So your property is paid already, but you haven't paid anything from your pocket. So now what happens is your property indeed becomes recession proof. So any other question, guys? Yes, sir. I'm sorry, what's your name? Can anyone please help him with the mic?
Yeah, sorry,
Hi, sir.
my name is Venki, and I'm still a little confused about your model here. So what you're saying is that you're going to take that 46,750 money and then get a return by your investment at a rate of about 65-70%. And
I'm sorry, could you repeat the last one?
So you are taking the 46,000 that your friend gave you,
Yes.
and you're going to invest it in your financial instrument,
Yes.
and you're going to make 65 to 70% in return. Because that's the one
That's
that will,
4% approximately every month, and is what we are actually making even now. I even have my dashboard. What I can do is I can come there and show you what sort of percentage that I usually make every month.
No, I'm not questioning that.
You
I'm-
should be ideally interested in that, because I'll tell you why. Until and unless I do not make that much of returns, I will not be able to pay off the EMIs.
Well, I understand that. Exactly what my next question is.
Yes.
If you are so successful in getting that kind of return on investment, why even go buy a property? I'll just give you $1 million, make me 60%.
So that is something that we already do, which is why I mentioned at a very early stage, we are not just a real estate broker. We are an asset management firm based out of Luxembourg. We are regulated by and in that country also. What I can do is I can show you the brochure and I can help you with the details too. So this is gonna take another
thank
half
you.
an hour to make you understand what all businesses we are into. So what I can do is, sir, I'm seated there. We can sit there and I can actually show my dashboard also to you to make you understand what sort of returns we make every month.
Exactly, because that
And
is.
if you are, if you're so keen to invest with us, I have got the booking forms also there. We can start. But
yeah.
thank you so much.
That's a return on investment that's
Absolutely.
very
This is
unique.
something, so to be honest with you, it's not just 4%. We, at times, when the market gives us good movement, we make more than that. I understand it's very difficult to digest, which is why I'm carrying my dashboards with me. I can show you at the end, yeah, right after I'm over. Seems like we are good here, and thank you so much, guys, for being such a lovely audience. Thank you.